Hi, chat. I hope that everybody is doing well. Today I am here for our Teaching Myself to DM D&D campaign with our wonderful players. We have Zach over here. I'm not going to touch too much on who they are yet, so we'll just move on through. Next we have Dontè. Beside him we have Cryptalisk. And then next to Crypt we have Cappy, who is joining us via PNG Tuber today. Cappy, would you say hello so they can see you?
Hi.
Oh, it's so cute. I love it
really?
so much. Yes. You'll have to pull it up at some point to see it, or if there's any clips from the stream. Because you look adorable.
I hope it's cute.
It is. It's perfect. We will do probably character intros further in, because I want to get us started. And you don't really know who anybody is yet. So let's move to our first page. You guys find yourself in the castle courtyard, where you have been summoned. Each of you has a letter that you've retrieved one way or another that says, "Dear Hero, you are formally requested to attend a meeting of heroes hosted by King Andam of Almraven. Please arrive by the next solstice to hear of great opportunities and the rewards that follow. Signed by Joffrey, the advisor to King Andam." So as you guys arrive, trickle in a little by little, we know that Cappy, you have come with a friend. In Crypt's character, the other two of you have come solo. So as you guys are arriving, there's a plethora of guards at every stop. Every open staircase, every door that could be opened. They're ready, just in case. But up near the front by the stairs, we have found ourselves little Quinten. He has also his own plethora of guards around him because he is doing card tricks for Princess Ariana. And she looks to you excitedly. "Can we do another? Please, can we do another?"
Sir, easy. How about fortune telling?
"I would love that."
Pick a card, any card, singular to begin with. Can I ask you to roll a d20?
I sure can.
Bold move, asking the DM to roll.
Isn't it? Isn't it? It's it'll pay off for him. So things will load for a second. I'm going to roll it on your page because I have that open now. So she rolled a 2.
2? Can I ask you to roll a d4?
She got another 2.
You pull out a card of a young dwarf sitting in front of a window. His legs are up, he's relaxed, and behind him, through the window, is a blazing sun. You drew the sun card. Ooh, you've had a very blessed life. Your future looks bright, and so does your past. Can you roll another d20 for me? Pick another card.
Oh, that's much bigger than I anticipated. That's the correct card, yes.
It is now.
Hit him at the desk. Dontè. Him at the desk is the one that she pulled the first time?
Yeah.
Okay. And then another d20?
Yes, please.
A 14.
14. You pull the judgment card. A knight riding on a flying griffin dives down to a undead horde. He holds a lance and a shield in his hand. You have many decisions that you'll need to make in the future. Whether or not they're just or biased is yet to be seen. But whatever your decision is, it will have great consequences. Can you roll one more d20?
She kind of looks at you curiously. Wait, good consequences or bad?
That depends on you.
She got an 8.
8. You pull out a card. It is a dark-skinned man with slick black hair, a curly mustache, and a goatee. He's wearing elegant robes with runes floating around him and a staff. You pulled out the Magician card. Not that one.
Oh. Let's see if I can return it.
It's the Dorian one.
Yeah, I'm gonna set it over there for a second, because if I recall it, it recalls all of them. This one.
Yes. Your future will be filled with magic. Some of it will be real, but others may just be pretty illusions. When you make your decisions, you should be careful. See them with an open eye and not be tricked so easily.
Interesting. I guess that weighs differently on some things I know are coming up.
Things like what?
I shouldn't be telling you this. And if anyone's asking, I didn't. And before she can,
I haven't heard a thing.
Before she could speak anymore, out comes King Andom. Hey, you! Back away, back away. And he grabs Princess Ariana and pulls her off behind him. Guards!
Ow.
I told you, don't let anyone near my daughter.
I meant no disrespect, Your Majesty.
I'm sure you didn't. And you have, at the moment, done nothing terribly wrong. But you see, we have rules. Rules in place for a reason. And he peers off behind him to this Dragonborn who's now timidly approaching because he knows that he fucked up. Sorry, King Andom. I don't want to hear it. Take your place and begin. And he brings his daughter back over by his wife, and the Dragonborn.
Before she leaves.
You're gonna what?
I wink at her before she leaves.
She offers like a trying to keep it low key because her dad is livid. But she had a very nice time. So the Dragonborn steps forth, and he kind of scans across the crowd. Those of you gathered here today, please come closer. And a few people start to kind of pull in. You guys are welcome to move your characters closer as well.
Where am I located at?
Let me see. I might have messed that up.
That's okay.
Yeah, it appears Quinten is the only one currently here. 1 second. Okay, you two would be together. So you should have control. That bodes well.
Yes.
Yep.
Perfect.
I can't seem to move.
All right, I'm gonna take a quick look. Yep, It's because I put you here when you weren't here.
Oh, okay.
So he was just like a placeholder. You should be able to now.
Yeah.
So there are many groups now, all moving towards the king and his assistant.
Yeah, Gnort is very cautiously keeping very close to Ziff, keeping an eye out, kind of sniffing and watching everybody very timidly, kind of wearily, as it were.
So as you guys approach and kind of observe the group as well, you'll see a couple of dwarves over here. There are 2 elves over here, a half-orc on his own, 2 humans up here, and then this one you're not quite sure what they are. Their species seems to be more fluid than others, and the dark aura that kind of fills the space they're in makes it harder to tell. There's also this one. I believe that you're a human. You are now. Did you realize you were in front of somebody?
Maybe.
Okay. So now you guys are kind of standing before Joffrey, and you can tell, like, that look of someone who just got in trouble. But he's keeping it together. He's a good boy. He clears his throat. Welcome, and thank you to all of you heroes who have received your letters and come as quickly as you could. We have sent letters to those small and great of who did wonderful noble deeds, and we think could help us greatly. Recently, there was a robbery in the castle. The king's crown and all of the royal family heirlooms have been stolen. Nothing else in the castle was taken. It was a very focused attack. We're not 100% sure who it was, but there are only so many surrounding places that would risk war with us. We wish for you to go out and find these items for our king and return them. Those that should return with information will receive small bounties. The group or individual who should return with the items will be blessed beyond measure. There are plenty of individuals around who were here the day that it happened, are very happy to answer any questions for you, offer you any kind of insight that would help you on your journey. And we, from the royal family, thank you for your time and for your willingness to look out for your king. I'm here if there are any questions regarding the mission that the king has set forth for you, and the castle, within reason, is open for investigation. Thank you. And he kind of bows to everybody and then moves back up here by the royal family. You guys are free to move about the court or to talk to anyone that you wish to speak to.
The Dragonborn's name is Joffrey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Geofrey. You guys will notice there's a lot of murmuring between the few people who are here in groups that are like already beginning to kind of speculate. You can see a couple guards who are really just kind of leaned back being like, psh, like they're gonna find anything. And then mumbling between the royal family and Joffrey.
Did Joffrey say specifically what items were stolen?
He mentioned a crown specifically, and then royal family heirlooms, but he did not specify what they were.
How many?
He did not state. But you are welcome to go ask.
Yeah, I'll walk up to Joffrey. Am I gonna get stopped before I get there by
No.
any guards? Or... No.
They are watching you, but you were just given permission to so much as search the castle, so they're not going to stop you. But they are going to kind of move further up the stairs to kind of keep a better eye.
I'll do a little bow.
Joffrey will bow in return.
Regarding this assignment, I had a few questions about the items that were bamboozled.
Yes.
How many? You mentioned a crown and heirlooms. How many heirlooms would that be?
We had the king's crown was missing. The queen's large bejeweled necklace was missing. The princess's tiara is missing. And a small assortment of rings, but we're not certain the amount. We'll say roughly maybe 4 rings.
Were all of these kept in the same place?
No. The crown and the necklace were both in the king and queen's room. The tiara from the princess's room. And the rings, 1 from her room and the other 3 from the king and queen's room. So they only hit 2 rooms in the whole castle that we've found evidence of.
How did this occur?
It happened at this point, so the giving time for the letters to have been sent out and everyone to summon. We'll say at this point it's been about a month.
Interesting.
We did a small investigation of our own, but we found nothing. The only physical evidence of the break-in itself was just some damaged floor tiles, a lock on a door that'd been broken, and just dirt. No evidence that pointed anywhere.
See why you called for help. That's not a lot to go on.
No.
Well, thank you for your time. I'll take a look around the castle and see if I can't help.
Thank you, Sir
Quinten.
It's a pleasure.
I'll go into the castle now.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk straight into the castle.
Oh, okay. All brawn.
Gnort kind of looks up to as if this don't like enclosed. Shall we? Gets kind of antsy, kind of walking around like a dog, not knowing what he should do. Gets close to the human over here.
Yeah.
And realizes it, and quickly yips and scampers, kind of jumps back to the other side.
He turns towards Gnort. Oh, can I not? I magically can't access the turn. That's cool.
Yeah.
But he turned toward you. You should control that thing. And he said to Ziff.
Should
Bars his
probably
teeth
go.
just a little bit.
Should go inside, maybe, yes?
Not follow. Ziff knows what to do. Nord stays by Ziff's side, kind of making sure that he doesn't get close to that individual again.
Ziff is kind of watching the guards carefully.
They
Sure.
let you right on through. You do catch a weird look from the queen, but you've not seen many other plasmoids in this area, so that's probably why. I don't know why I didn't anticipate you guys going into the castle. Because we definitely don't have a screen for that, so...
That's always the way it is.
Yeah, we're just, I don't know how I didn't think about that.
Theater.
I didn't, when I prepped it, I wasn't inviting you in. And then it happened. So yeah, you guys walk in, and there's these large, like, regal purple curtains that kind of hang down on both sides of the entranceway. Several guards in a row that have purple flags that they're holding. Just like that's just like a straight, kind of long and narrow hallway that goes forward. Nothing out of the ordinary here. No damage or dirt or or anything there. If you choose to go through the hallway, it will open up into just like a 4-direction hall. If you continue straight, it appears that it's probably the main hall where the king and queen sit. Down one side is probably kitchen and staff areas, and down the other side could be bedrooms.
Nord is very cautiously kind of sniffing around, sniffing everything that he gets close to. See if he picks up any sense that he wouldn't normally, that don't seem to be lingering, that don't seem to be normal background sense in this castle.
Will you make me? Let's call it investigation.
This is gonna be wonderfully horrible.
You got it. I believe in you.
A 6.
Oh, okay. You can smell people. You can smell. Oh, I think maybe there was a stake here at some point. They definitely walked through this quadrant.
So almost like overwhelming sense of new and unusual things that he.
Yep.
Like he knows sense of food and stuff like that, but he can't distinguish anything unusual or.
A lot of living things.
What is it that you're smelling?
Right. Lots of new scents. Lots of sense. Too many sense. Too many sense. Overwhelming. Food though.
Be safe. Be safe. Do you smell safe?
No danger yet. Keep an eye out though.
Smart.
Kind of looking around, kind of looking behind.
At this point, I believe you guys have all kind of caught up into the same quad.
Not right.
So you're seeing also the large golden lion boy and the small... I don't know how experienced Gnort would be in terms of other species, but if Gnort has ever seen a Genasi, that's probably what he is.
Gnort would know that it's unusual. That would be about it. Wouldn't be able to tell what they are or anything of that matter.
Mm-hmm. I guess what you would notice is that he's very... I believe that, I did not write this down, apparently. Dontè, what is your, what type are you?
If you're sniffing around, you'll notice I smell like fresh air.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he's kind of sitting around, like looking around to see, like trying to see if there's like any air avenues for fresh air to be coming in this deep into the castle, without pulling other scents along with it.
You can tell after a minute. It's definitely him.
He definitely keeps his distance, but kind of.
That's fair.
Looking at him, kind of. Yeah.
Zach, what is Brontes doing?
Honestly, he's just standing there looking and seeing what everyone else is. Kind of trying to get a read on the crowd to see if anyone is looking nervous or, just kind of looking around. And
in your current area, there is the occasional maid running through. Other than the guards that were standing in a line behind you, there's nobody in here really to look suspicious at first. You are, however, joined not long after by the shadowy mage of some type that had been out in the hall. It's almost as if they don't step on the floor, but you're unsure because their cloak touches and kind of pulls. It doesn't seem like you see any feet stepping forward. But they just kind of walk past all of you without really acknowledging you. And there's definitely a heavy presence that feels like it lingers after they go through. Gnort, roll a perception. Are you good with perception?
That is a thing that I have. I am good with perception, actually, yes.
Okay, roll me one of them.
That is a 22.
Okay, perfect. So you know the smell that old things have, old buildings and old books? You definitely pick that up right after they walk through. Just things that don't quite smell alive anymore.
Gnort kind of nudges Ziff. Unusual. Odd.
What is it?
Odd smells. Decay.
Oh.
Death. Unusual.
Ziff looks around as if possibly concerned to see if anyone else is reacting to the smell.
No.
Ziff notice.
Everybody else is just looking around.
No, I'm not really. I'm just more or less focused on seeing who's looking nervous and seeing if there's any sort of tells going on.
After oh, go ahead.
Are there maids nearby still within our vicinity?
You can see where one is kind of heading your way from what appears to be the kitchen. She's got a plate of food. And she's heading towards you, and if you don't stop her, she'll turn left.
Can I stop her? Ziff would like to stop the maid and speak with her.
Okay. Once you catch her attention, she balances the soup that she's got in her hands so that it doesn't spill any. Oh, yes. How may I help you?
I beg your pardon, ma'am. I don't mean to bother you as I see that you're very busy. I just wanted to ask if you've noticed anyone or anything unusual around here recently after the robbery.
That's hard to say because we've seen a lot of people since then. Mostly people here for investigation purposes. So it's a hard judge to say that I have seen suspicious people because I feel like they're all a little suspicious. If that makes sense.
It does.
I did see the other day these. I don't want to judge someone that I don't know, but they seem to be recent bandits, maybe? They just were very rough and tumble and not clean the way you would be if you were visiting the royal castle, if you get me.
Was it their clothes, ma'am, that perhaps made them look as though they were bad people?
So their clothes were very nice and very clean and did not fit them.
Ah, as if they had been stolen.
Yes, but I didn't want to say anything because it's very rude to make assumptions about people you don't know.
been very helpful. Very helpful. Thank you.
Of course. She'll scurry on down to the left. And, sorry, I'm watching the cameras freak out. She'll head down the direction that other guy, the mage guy, went down.
I would like to disclose this information to Gnort, Gnort alone. And if he would like us to disclose this to anyone else, in his discretion, I might be okay with that.
No, takes in the information. People that should not be. Understood. Close to our chest. Keep this. For now. Don't know who to trust. No one to trust. Cannot trust anyone.
Agree.
And then you guys all hear this ear-splitting scream, and then a shattering sound from where that maid just went.
I run that way.
Yeah, I'm immediately rushing.
Okay. Zip and Gnort? Do you follow?
Cautiously. Very cautiously.
Yeah. The
Okay.
rear.
And so you guys round the corner, and you'll see the maid that Zip was just talking to on the ground. Soup hot all over her now. And the menacing mage guy standing before her. A little bit of soup on him, but you could tell that the way that when she realized he was there, she tilted it so that it would majority get her. And he just kind of like aggressively brushes it off. And
Is it like really hot soup?
yes, it is
I'm gonna
steaming.
What kind of soup is
cast
that?
gust on her to cool it off.
Okay, it's like a mushroom and greens soup. You know, it's good. It's good for the area. It's got some potatoes in it. Potatoes are a major export in this city.
We love them bananas.
So it cools very quickly, and she looks to you very thankfully. And he speaks to her, and there's almost like an echo to his words. Watch where you're going. You should be more careful. You know there are people here. And that's all he says as he, what would be storming off is very quiet. And you can feel, again, that heaviness kind of fade with him.
Floats aggressively.
Yeah, aggressive floating. But you did definitely hear, like, with every word that he spoke, like a dark echo of it.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Very uncomfortable.
he's definitely got a vibe to him.
We perhaps see where he's going?
You're welcome to follow him. Would you like to follow him at a normal pace, or would you like to be stealthy?
What is Nort's view on this choice?
Gnort's not terribly stealthy, but we can give it a shot. Gnort's got very like shackled together armor, stuff like that on him that he's throughout his time, so it's definitely not designed for stealth.
Should just stay back, just see if he maybe makes a turn, go somewhere that could possibly go later on.
You can try, but the halls are very long, and there are many turns. Your best bet, if you want to know where he's going, is either just to blatantly follow him or to creep after him.
Then sorry.
Anybody else have an idea?
I kind of want to stay with the maid and help her get cleaned up and just kind of chat with her about castle life.
Okay.
While this is going on, Gnort is gonna try and remember the scent of the soup, of the stew.
Okay. That's easy enough. I'm not concerned about it. You just have to remember what you're looking for later.
I won't remember that.
I won't either. I'm gonna write down what kind of soup that was. Go ahead, Zach.
Potato.
The mage, he left, I'm assuming, yes?
He went down a different hall.
Gotcha. I'm gonna follow him.
Okay. Normally or stealthily?
Normally.
Okay.
Actually, loudly.
Oh, okay. Anti-stealthily. Got it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you stomp down the hallway, leaving the three others that you've yet to introduce yourself to in the hall with the maid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you don't get 5 feet before he does a quick kind of glance over his shoulder at you. And then like chuckles to himself and turns down a quick alley or a hall.
I'm gonna follow him.
So as you get closer to the hall after he turned it, you can hear like a mumbling and then like just the sound of ambient magic. So when you get to the hall, he's gone.
I'm gonna turn around and attempt to go talk to Joffrey.
Okay. So back at the maid, where the three of you have stayed. She has come to her feet and using her the cover that she has to keep her clothes clean, use it to like hold whatever thick parts of the soup are still in it and remove it. And she thanks you all very, very gently and sweetly. I just need to drop this off, and then I'll be right back if you wanted to talk some more, sir. And she nods towards Quinten.
Well, I understand you're busy. I don't want to take too much of your time. I'll just come with you if that's okay.
You could come for a little bit, but there is a border in which you are not allowed to pass.
Of course, of course.
If it's okay with Gnort, I vote that maybe we stay back.
Nord gives kind of enthusiastic, kind of, yes, stay with Ziff, stay back, don't get trapped.
She says, of course. It was nice talking to you, though. If you come back, please look for me. My name is Nina.
Thank you, Nina. Pleasure to meet you.
It was such a pleasure to meet you as well. She was about to walk away and she kind of turns back. I'm sorry. That's so rude of me. And your name was?
My name? Ooh, who?
She's facing Ziff currently because she's going to go with Quinten.
Okay.
So she just wants to get Ziff's name before they split.
My name is Ziff.
Ziff. I will remember it.
As well, Nina.
She offers a gentle wave. She does, like, let her eyes drift to Gnort, but seeing as Gnort very apparently doesn't want to interact with people, respectfully, she just kind of gently nods and then turns towards Quinten. This way? And then she leads you. So where y'all had gone forward and she was going to go that way, now you turned back towards the exit and going back towards the kitchen.
Okay. Now, at what point can I not go anymore?
Are you asking me or are you asking her? Because she'll let you know when.
Okay.
Yeah. She wouldn't let you walk into it and let you get in trouble.
Okay.
What were your questions, sir?
Um, I understand that this thievery happened over a month ago.
Yeah, it took some time to get an initial kind of walkthrough with regular officers. And then the king got the bright idea to reach out to heroes who have done such wonderful things in life and very accomplished.
Hmm. Sometimes. Uh, just because you're called a hero doesn't mean you're very accomplished.
You know, I think you're being modest.
Hmm. I understand that sometimes officers and heroes overlook the most important people, so I definitely wanted to get your take. As a maid, you probably know more about this house than the royalty living in it.
We do see a lot.
Is there anything abnormal that occurred? Any new hires right before the theft?
We did not have a new hire so much as we have a hold on. I have to sneeze. Or not. We have a girl, a maid who recently got a new boyfriend. He did try to visit once, but I believe that he was stopped outside of the castle by the guards and they wouldn't let him in. We have not seen her since, but it's not exactly unusual to have people leave and not come back, so we didn't raise any flags about it.
Uh, do you remember her name?
Yes, it would be Maid Melinda.
And how long was she working here before she left?
Melinda has been here several years now. She was definitely here before I started, but I believe there's still some maids who have been here longer, but she's pretty up there in terms of length of time working here.
And how long had she been dating this new boyfriend?
I had only heard of him twice before the thievery happened.
Do you know where she lived? Was it in? Do y'all live in the castle, or do you have residence outside?
We have residents outside of the castle. Um, the guard at the front should have a map of the city, which would maybe give you a better idea. There's a small section before the castle that a lot of us and some of the more fortunate people live in. So she's probably in the upper district.
Interesting. I certainly appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. If there's anything I can do to help you, just let me know.
I think I have everything. If you could just solve the problem, that'd be great. The king has been very upset. I hate to see him in such bad moods.
It. Do I get the feeling that she's been honest with me?
Make me an insight check.
That was a nat one, so.
So, maybe, probably, but you've been wrong before,
Yeah.
But you think
She
she's,
seems alright.
yeah, she's a sweet girl.
Well, I'll definitely try and settle this fast if I can. No one likes an angry king.
No, he's been through a lot, I mean, actually, I
Really?
don't know that you know. I don't know if you're from around here.
No, I've done a bit of traveling. I'm not really from here. What's he been through?
She just kind of hesitates and like looks for a distraction essentially. Um he lost a a dog once. And then you guys reach a doorway and she's like, "Oh, this is where we must part though." And there's like two guards at it, so you know that she's being honest about where you are and where you're not allowed to go. And she's like clutching the soup bag, the cloth bag now.
Okay.
Thank you so much for talking with me. I hope I was able to help you. Um, and should you come back with more questions, I am Nina.
Nina. I'll be sure to remember that.
What was your name?
You can call me Quinn.
Quinn. So nice to meet you. Good luck. I hope it's found quickly.
Agreed.
So she'll, careful to not spill any of the soup, kind of bow, holding it to her, and then head beyond the door.
Something felt off about that.
Oh,
but
definitely.
I don't know what.
And she was not attempting to cover it up. You could tell that she realized she spoke past what she's supposed to on a subject that's probably not talked about in the castle. But she didn't give you enough.
As I'm walking around in the castle, do I see any portraits of a missing dog?
There are no dogs.
There are no dogs. No family portraits with a puppy in it.
Nope. There is a couple portraits. One, depending on how far you're willing to wander, there you definitely come across one. You've seen the regular portraits of King Andam, Queen Miranda, and Princess Ariana, who you know pretty well at this point. Where Ariana has very, like, her hair is the same brown as her mother's. But in this portrait that you found is the king and queen and a baby who has blonde hair. But it is just like a baby. There are no other portraits of a baby of that age. Any other portrait you've seen is young Ariana with her brown hair. But
how old does that one portrait look with the baby? Is it considerably older than everything else?
the king and queen definitely look younger in it.
Oh. Okay.
But
I'm
arguably,
just gonna wander around.
they
a
could
little bit.
age poorly, and Ariana's hair could have been blonde. Without further information, you're not certain.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk around randomly for a while.
Okay.
If anyone else wants to do something.
Brontes, did you want to do something else?
Have I made it back to Joffrey yet?
Yes.
I'm going to look at Joffrey. I would like to speak to your mage.
We don't have a court mage, sir.
Interesting, thank you. I'm going to march back in.
Love it.
Joffrey just looks lost.
I guess I'm going to march and see if I can find anyone else, I guess, looking in the same, like, area where he disappeared, or if anybody is there.
It's pretty empty over there.
I'm gonna start knocking on walls.
Would it help if I say you're pretty confident he's not in the building?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm still gonna start knocking on walls.
Okay, they're just walls.
Got it. I'm gonna walk back out in the hall. Interesting.
Where Ziff and Gnort are?
Yes. don't suppose you have found anything.
Gnort kind of rears back, kind of keeping low, looking at him. No, no. Sense, lots of sense.
Fair enough. There was just a mage that walked through here, and then he disappeared, but there is no court mage. Leads me to believe that there's someone in here doing nefarious things.
Smell bad, man, yes.
Smell bad, man?
Smelled off. Off smelled.
Oh, what did he smell like?
Old. Books, old, unnatural. Not. Decayed. Not good.
Interesting. You think you could find that smell again?
And looks up to Ziff.
I feel as though this man is safe.
And lets his guard down a little bit as Ziff says this. Could try. Maybe. Starts sniffing, trying to get the scent of the soup again, going in the direction that the mage had went.
Okay.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna follow you guys.
So you'll go back down the hallway where Brontes went. You'll make the left correctly where he did.
Okay.
And then it just dead ends.
So just basically where Ray just stops. There's no.
You can tell. Actually, let me look. Actually, you don't because it's verbal only. I was hoping I had components so I could give you. You could smell where he maybe used a spell that moved him from one location to another.
I just want to state that, like, Ziff is looking around, at the walls, the floors, the ceilings, everything, to notice if there's any kind of magic around. Notice anything magical.
There would be nothing left.
Okay, I will turn to Gnort to ask him. Do you smell at this moment? You stench?
It all stops. Smell big cat man. Comes over, stops, leaves. But other bad scent man disappears. Unnatural. Like looking around, kind of looking into the corners and everything, just kind of.
Okay. Then I can turn the direction of Brontes and see what's on his mind.
Maybe magic? I did hear a sound whenever he disappeared.
Sound? What sound?
The tweedledees of magic going off. I don't know. I don't partake in the magic myself.
Quinten, about this time, you would probably have stumbled upon them.
Can I make any kind of check?
What do you want to find?
I want to find if there was any way to know if there's anyone else involved.
I don't think you're going to be able to tell that from what information you have.
You did say Quinten had caught up with us?
Yeah.
Oh, I have? Oh,
Yes,
okay.
sorry. Yes, you, about this time, you've caught up to them.
Oh, hello.
Gnort's very kind of stand off as he sees Quinten come back around. Kind of keeps an eye. His eyes keep kind of going like back and forth between Brontes and Quinten. trying to keep equidistant between them and stay within Zif's reach.
Found anything useful?
Um, something weird is going on here, but I'm not quite sure what yet.
Could say that again. I just basically saw a man walk through a wall.
Quinten, make me an investigation check.
Okay. I mean, walking through walls isn't that weird. If he just disappeared, it was probably like a misty step. You said investigation?
Yes.
Yes, magic hoodoo.
Hoodoo.
12.
So, as you are speaking to him and kind of peering beyond him, you see clear through a window back out onto the area where you guys were outside, and you can almost see what you feel like is this silvery kind of mist remnants left behind of a misty step.
Yeah. Come over here. You see, it was probably a misty step, which is the only line of sight, and you can see the little vapors. He probably just went back outside.
So he's through this wall?
He's back in the courtyard. Or at least that's where he went. He might not be there anymore.
I was about to bolt to the courtyard. Clever, that one. There is no court mage, however, so it is very concerning.
Well, there's also no court. What are you? That was in character, by the way.
Not a court lion.
Not a court lion.
Court lion. I am me. What are you?
I'm also me. What a coincidence.
Very coincidental. I'm assuming these nice people over here are them themselves as well?
Most likely.
Gnort looks at Zif, kind of quizzically, like, what the hell's going on?
You can call me Braun.
You may call me Quinn.
I'm Zif.
Gnort.
Could you say that one more time, please? I couldn't hear.
Very carefully tries to enunciate. Gnort.
Understood, Gnort.
So what should we do now?
Well, if he's not through this wall, I say we try and use Gnort's scent ability to go and try and find him, maybe out in the courtyard.
I mean, I was going out to the courtyard anyway. I need to find a guard with a map.
It's a plan. Gnort, lead the way.
Gnort kind of jumps back. Looks up at Zif. Kind of nods and then cautiously kind of goes in front, sniffing the air, going back towards the courtyard.
You can faintly smell the old smell that you recognize of him. But as you're following it, you're beginning to realize this is probably just the smell of him going into the building that you're following backwards. Because when you get out into the courtyard, you don't really smell anything from him yet.
When we get into the courtyard, can I go stand in the spot that would be visible from that window?
Yes, it is probably about here. Yep.
So I'll stand there.
Because we'll say the window that you were looking through, probably right here.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can feel probably the let's say probably one more time, the remnants of maybe the end of that spell.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no visible sign of him anywhere. Also, at this point, you notice that like all the other people who have been summoned have all like located guards to
Welcome to the family,
ask
son.
questions. Or, oh, calf! Welcome! But they've all, like, sequestered off guards to ask questions about stuff.
Do I see that weird mage anywhere?
You do not.
I'm not too worried about him. Are there any free guards that I can go talk to?
Yeah, there are. I don't know why I can't turn this guy. It's like once you turn them face up, it's over. Oh, whatever. Yeah,
Welcome to the family,
there
son.
is, this guard here is with nobody, and he looks important. He is of a higher class than the other guards that are out here.
Mm-hmm.
You would also maybe think he might have the map.
Okay. I'll go over to... Well, first I'll tell the others that this is like the general area where the mage probably disappeared to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go and talk to the guard.
Okay. So you approach him, and he looks at you, a little tired of talking, but being a good sport. Yes, I can help you. How?
Nina, I believe her name was, told me that you might be able to direct me to Melinda's house.
Why does Nina think I own every map of the city?
Because you had one, and so now it's just the assumption.
I have another one. You can have it.
I appreciate that dearly.
So here is a map of Almraven that hopefully popped up for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I see it.
Okay, so you know that you guys are in the royal area, which is this castle section.
What letter is that?
It's not. It's directly in the middle.
Oh, okay.
So the districts have names above them. They might be a little hard to read, some of them. But you've got the Foolish District, the Forgotten, the Throwaway, the Harebrained, the Upper, and then the Royal, which has got the castle. And then all of these letters are different places in the different districts. Like you've got a market, you've got a church you can visit, things like that. But the castle has all of the royalty and some of the more elite people. And then the upper district would have kind of the group right below that. Still paid pretty well people. Typically, castle people that don't want to pay to live in the castle district would stay in the upper district because it's a little bit cheaper.
Okay.
And then the smaller the district gets, the cheaper and more rundown it is.
And Mr. Guard, can you show me where on this map Melinda would be?
Melinda does okay for herself. I believe that she is somewhere in the upper district, maybe near Prismatic Tinctures, which is over on the far right.
Mm-hmm.
I think, but we don't really keep a list of homes, especially once you move out of the royal district.
Did anyone check up on her during the time of the theft? I know that she stopped appearing for work shortly before it.
Not really. We see a lot of that. Once you've been in trouble with the king, you tend to just not come back to work.
Why was she in trouble?
Melinda had dropped some priceless antique of some kind. It shattered and was unrecoverable. And the king was very angry with her. We just assumed after she didn't come home the next day, come back to work the next day, that she had quit.
Ooh. Was it normally her responsibility to clean the heirlooms?
Melinda cleans a little bit of everything. I believe there's a rotating schedule that's got her and a couple other maids where they aren't cleaning the same rooms every day. So it's in her rotation. She's just usually more careful.
Well, thank you for this. I might have a word with her.
Mm-hmm. He hands you the map and lets you keep it. Hopefully, this does you some good. Should it put you on the right path, it could be quite worth it for you.
Thank you again.
Mm-hmm. Once you step away, he kind of goes back into his on guard position. The rest of you?
Roughly what time is it?
This started pretty early. We'll say it's getting close to noon, but not quite there.
Gotcha.
Is there anyone around that we can ask questions to that's not already busy?
I mean, the only people in this area that are not busy are just guards. But there's a whole town you could explore, or you can talk to any of these little guard boys. But these, you would guess, are all outside guards. So probably if one of them saw something, they all saw something, and vice versa.
Fair enough. I'm assuming we still don't have a scent on
No.
Gnort's found some other scent that he likes, and he's rolling around in the dirt in it.
I'd say Gnort could like go the perimeter of the area if he would like.
Yeah, Gnort will kind of sniff around the perimeter of the area, keeping a line of sight with Ziff.
Okay. Make me a investigation or perception, whichever you're better with.
Doing a perception then.
Okay.
17.
As you round towards the entrance, you can definitely pick up a small scent down here where you could tell he definitely left.
Okay. Gnort is kind of focusing on that area, kind of like looking back towards Ziff, keeping an eye, and then going to quickly head back to Ziff to relay the information.
Do you think we should head in that direction?
Only clue Gnort has went that way.
Yeah.
Gnort does not understand most of this talking.
Vote that we go in the direction of North's scent.
Okay. Do you take everybody with you?
Gnort, are you comfortable to bring anyone along, or shall we go alone?
As long as they don't try to stay behind Gnort. Kind of looks at him, gives Brontes kind of a long stare for a minute. Then slowly starts kind of like walking that way, kind of looking back, making sure everybody is still like there, like following him, like a dog that's trying to get you to let it outside.
Directly behind Gnort, but following him cautiously.
I'm following.
Quinten, are you following as well?
I will follow, but it doesn't. I'm mostly looking at the map and coincidentally going in their direction.
Okay. Sure.
As I'm trying to figure out like how to orient this without a compass.
Fair. So you guys leave the castle and you walk for a little bit and everything's cool and we're having a good time. And you get closer to that area of town where Quinten expects the maid to be. So you have reached, you'll see kind of where you guys have been. It's been very, very nice. Very fancy, very pretty, everything's clean. So you reach a point where it's almost like you went through a threshold and everything kind of the quality dropped down a little bit. Like you were playing an ultra high visual and now you're in just high. Like it's still nice. It's still nicer than places some of you have been. But it's definitely lower than the castle. So you guys are kind of walking around here. You pass a building called the White Gauntlet, and you can hear like a hammer on an anvil from inside there. You pass a bunch of houses. You come up on the building that Quinten was looking for, which is the Prismatic Tinctures. And
Every building, as they pass it north, like the anvil, the hammer on the anvil, every time there's a noise, you can see him like almost flinch for a second at each one as he kind of looks around.
Yes, you would. But as the street continues past Prismatic Tinctures, you reach more houses.
What kind of place did the Prismatic Tinctures look like? Like, was it a potion place?
You could assume as such. You notice that it's a wood building with like plaster accents on it. It's got a sign that has, the name of the building written across it, and the lights look a little fiddled with. Like maybe somebody was trying to fix them, and maybe they made it more interesting instead of fixing it. But you could probably get some healing potions there if you needed it.
Okay. Put a pin in that for later.
So you roam around the neighborhood. You don't really have a lot with your, what you're looking for. You know she lives somewhere around here. It's a pretty big neighborhood. Ziff. Roll me perception.
Okay. Perception. Okay, I got 18. 24.
24. So you recall, as you're looking around, Nina talking about the boyfriend with his nice clothes that don't fit. And you notice,
I do recall.
You notice a man going into a building. Them clothes don't fit.
I must stop him.
Are you gonna tell the rest
Which
of your crew
direction?
first?
Tell Nort. I'm gonna tell Nort. Hey,
Okay.
we need to follow that guy, bud. So
He's actively going into a house.
we're going. We have Nort, bud. We have to go to that house.
Get in the house. Got it.
Can you smell him? Do you smell any foul odor around him, or without outside of his home, perhaps?
Do I smell anything? Aimi?
You smell some old soup, but not like this morning old, like old soup. But it is mushroom, potato, and greens.
Finely aged mushroom, potato, and green soup.
Yes. You guys, since you've been here, have only seen that soup in one location, though.
Soup.
Mm,
Smell soup like today. Old. Old scent. Same soup.
okay. Ziff
Kinda like
would like to
going around that.
cautiously.
Soup.
Zip would what?
Cautiously approach the house. I have it in my mind. I'm thinking. Wait, can I ask? Has the guy gone inside the house? Like the door's closed and he's inside.
He is about to shut the door.
Okay. I would like to interject my foot between the door and the frame to prevent the door from being closed. An option?
I mean, yes, my bigger thing is you don't have feet, you have pseudopods.
Gel. My ooze.
Are you trying to, like,
Oh.
aggressively stop his door from shutting or, like, sneakily do it?
I think I remember this in Leviathan. Or just-
I basically want to like get his attention, but I don't want him to react aggressively to us.
Oh, well, that's
I'm-
not the way to do it.
Stand who he is, and that I need to know where he's been, what he's done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let me just pause. Let me see what Nort thinks. Should we go inside this house?
He is our lead. He is the one we need to speak to.
He is the one that the maid described to me as having possibly stolen clothing.
Have you said this loud enough for the rest of the party?
As far as I know, I had only disclosed it to Nort, so this is like personal conversation.
Okay.
We can get inside house if need be.
Quinten? Will you
Is
make...
there a window to the house?
Yes.
'Cause I'm really looking for signs of Melinda. As I'm walking by, can I just see if I see a maidly figure?
Sure. Perception.
Or I didn't get a physical description of what the boyfriend looked like, did I?
Nope.
I'm looking for any maidly signs.
Okay. So
Or
make
any-
me a perception.
Oh, this is not gonna be good.
You got this. It's golden.
You said perception.
Mm-hmm.
So I rolled a 14 minus
Okay.
1, so 13.
Okay. That's still okay. You don't see anybody maidly. But what you would see is a pretty, like, calligraphy, like, M on the door. It's
Oh.
definitely pretty. It's definitely glittery and pink. And all you saw was this gruff man with too big of clothes step in.
Okay. The M is enough for me. I'll just flag him down. Sir, does Melinda live at this residence?
He kind of stops when you say sir a little bit, but then you say Melinda and he like straightens up and turns to look at you. What do you know of Melinda?
Uh, I was just looking to ask her some questions about,
Melinda don't live here no more. He didn't even let you finish.
If it's uncomfortable.
do you know where she went?
No. Now get
Insight
gone.
check.
Okay, roll insight.
I'm also not good at this, but... Oh. So, insight. I rolled a 15 minus 1. 14.
Okay. It's still better than what he rolled. Yeah, he's hella lying. But you also see this really nice sword next to him that's like hanging on his belt.
That's hanging on his belt.
Yep.
Can I would like to cast, Mage Hand without it being very obvious as I'm talking to him. And like really, I'm trying to keep him from going inside.
Okay.
And then also doing that on the side.
Cool.
I can cast it as a bonus action.
Cast it with... Give me a stealth check.
Stealth? Okay. That's good. That's... Stealth?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 9.
Oh, he definitely saw it. He rolled a 17. That's no modifier, 17. So you begin to, like set your hand out of view, you feel like, and begin trying to cast Mage Hand. And as you start to do whatever hand motion it is that you do to cast it, you hear him with his left hand kind of pop the sword up out of the hilt some. I'd put my hand back down if I was you, boy.
Sorry.
We don't take kindly to the magic boys around here.
I am more uncomfortable.
I'm gonna shout from behind. I agree with that.
I'm uncomfortable with Braun now.
Drawing closer to Ziv, kind of looking around, kind of getting as close as possible, like without getting in her bubble, in their bubble, and just kind of looking around at everything.
He's starting to notice how many of you there are. You all together?
Kind of.
Together is a generalized term, I think.
I know he caught me, but did I get my Mage Hand off? Is it there?
I would say, because you were not able to complete the spell suspiciously, if you would like to push through to finish it, I will allow it. But there will be consequences.
I like consequences.
But it's a risk!
He won't do that. That's fine. He won't do that. Look, if I'm being frank, I know you're lying. I can feel it in my bones. And I really don't want any trouble, but I do need to ask her some questions.
He leans down to bring you eye to eye. Very, very rude-like. Melinda don't live here no more. Or anywhere no more. Now get.
Is the door... Can I see inside?
Yep. Pretty trashed.
I don't think I'm going anywhere. I'm gonna cast Gust and push him 5 feet away from me.
Towards the house?
If I can push him away from the house and the door so that I can securely get in.
Does Gus specify that it's from your center point?
I think it does. Pushed 5 feet away from you.
So because of your location to his, I think the best you're going to get is pushing him in through the door. But I will make him do an acrobatics.
It's a strength saving throw.
Oh, okay. We'll see. What does he got to beat?
DC 13.
No, he went 5 feet. But it doesn't trip him, so I'm going to make him acrobatics check to see if he trips.
Okay.
He's going to trip. So you pushed him. Yeah, you pushed him. He went, what? Whoa! He, like, tripped on, like, potentially Melinda's shoe on the ground. And crashes down into a broken chair. Do the three of you wish to do something as well? Now that you have seen this?
Gnort looks up as if, bad man.
She might have stepped away.
That's fine.
He probably deserved it.
What happened? I'm sorry. Was I spoken to?
You're good.
Yeah, but he's just asking if y'all should follow after the bad guy, or if he's the bad guy.
We need to follow him. Okay, I want to whisper over to Gnort. We don't need to lose this guy. We know who he is. So how can we catch him or report him somehow so that no one else can be harmed?
We can bring pieces of him to authorities.
You're
whispering this? Can we hear this or no?
I'm whispering this, but now that being said, I want to look over to Braun and just say, you know he's bad. We need to somehow turn him into the guards.
Capital punishment in the name of the king?
I mean, you guys saw Quinten knock him in the house and on his ass.
Capital punishment in the name of the king it is.
Did anyone but Quinten see that the house was trashed, or only him?
Only him so far. Nobody else has looked.
I have stepped into the house, though.
Yeah, Quinten's taking the combat inside. So it could be handled quietly.
I'm walking in as well.
Okay.
Is that window open
that
Quinten looked through? Like, would I be able to enter through the window?
I would say it's closed, but you could still enter through it. What's stopping you? It's just a piece of glass.
The glass.
A dice.
You make me a
roll.
strength roll, and we get you through that window.
The sharp shards that will...
Sharp shards on the way out, not on the way in.
Okay.
You break it the first time, he's going to be alright.
Yeah, I'm going to run, jump, and try and...
Superhero landing?
Try and bust through the window.
Take it out.
Man style. Strength roll?
Yep.
Strength?
Straight strength. Your strength's pretty good, yeah? Oh,
30,
yeah, it
40.
is!
Yeah.
Yeah, you jumped, and it was almost like the window was ready. Like, open arms. You touched the glass, and it only shattered inward. No shards hit you. You, like, flipped through the window and landed, claws ready, or whatever weapon you wish to use. You're ready to go.
I'm gonna look over at him and be like, you thought about doing gladiatory battles, mate?
His eyes get wide for a second, kind of rears back. No.
If you want to, I got a connection. Let me know.
I'm just gonna ooze over.
Through the door?
Yeah, like ooze over through this little new non-existent window that Nora has created.
Oh, you're gonna go in through the window.
I'm gonna ooze over the windowsill.
Okay.
into the building.
I'll allow that.
Nice.
So as you enter, now you all four find yourself in there, and the thug boy lets out this growl of like just doing too much, you know, as he pushes himself back up and fully pulls his sword out. And I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative. We're doing our first combat.
Yay.
Let's do it. I got an 8.
8.
Got a 6.
I also got a 6.
14.
How do I add people to initiative?
Right click on the icon. Should let you add them in there.
Ah. We're going to use this guy because our page doesn't exist. So, Brontes, you got an 8. Zach?
Say again?
8.
Yes, an 8.
Who was next?
6.
Oh. Okay. Gnort?
14.
About time somebody got a good one. Ziff, did you figure out initiative?
That was 6.
Okay, and I gotta roll his initiative. Oh, okay. Okay. Quinten, what is your dex?
15.
Ziff, what is your dex?
I'm a little.
On your character sheet, it should be up near the top of the main page.
Do I count? It says 12. I don't count the +1, right?
That's all I need. So
Yep.
it is in. Okay, you guys are in order. So Gnort would be first.
Okay. So this individual is down, prone right now.
He had just gotten back up, so he is no longer prone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's on even footing, if you will.
Okay. Well then, Gnort, with no weapon in hand, he's gonna pull out a net from one of his pouches and fling it at this individual.
Oh, okay. Is that like a dex check save?
It was a 6 to hit, so I don't think I'm gonna.
Oh, it's a
succeed. Yeah, it's an attack. Sorry.
No. You could add 10 to it, maybe.
Yeah, no, but I don't think I'm that good. Nope, flings the net wildly.
But you didn't net one, so it didn't hit anybody you care about.
That would have been hilarious.
It just added a new drapery to the broken chair.
Nice.
Anything else you would like to do?
I'm just gonna look back to Zeph for a second. Peaceful apprehension failed. Kill mode.
Okay, Brontes, your turn.
How far am I away again?
You're within 10 feet of him.
Gotcha. I'm gonna walk 5 feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna introduce him to my axe.
Alrighty. Swing it, baby.
Ask you a question.
Never mind, I'm not introducing him to my axe.
Did you nat one?
I did.
Oh, let's try a fun thing.
Oh god.
Bye,
Brontes. It's been fun.
It's been fun.
Roll me a d6.
1.
Quinten, where you at?
I mean, I was gonna ask the same thing. I pushed him in 5 feet, and then I said I walked in.
Okay.
So
you pretty close to Brontes. What's your AC, Quinten?
Did I hit it with the backswing?
13.
13. Okay. Here's what we're gonna say. It grazes Quinten's arm.
Do you want me to roll damage?
I'm gonna make it just one point of damage.
Good, because my damage is 1d12 plus 3.
Just 1 damage to Quinten.
Okay.
Where Brontes went to swing and missed, and the shock made his hands release just a little bit, and the axe, it wasn't even the blade part that got you. Really, the top part where the handle is just thumped you in the elbow. It got you in the funny bone.
I'm sorry. Performance anxiety. I'm gonna roar.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna roar.
Okay, what does that do?
So, he has to make a wisdom saving throw. DC
Beautiful.
of 13.
DC 13, wisdom saving throw.
Uh-huh.
Wisdom save and throw. Wisdom save and throw. It's a nat 20 for a 21.
Cancel. He's good. All right. Ending.
You roared, and he roared.
Okay. Well, I'm ending my turn.
Okay. Quinten, it is your turn.
So is this guy still on the floor?
Nope. He is standing face to face with Brontes right now. So if you were willing to, you could get advantage. You could get
Flanking.
yeah.
Am I within melee right now?
We'll say that no, because you were a little bit left of Brontes, so you're probably 10 feet from him.
Okay, good.
I want to give you the option because I know you have a lot of magic.
Yeah. I'm gonna make him. Quinn is going to pull out one of the cards from his deck and throw it in the spot that the guy is centered on, and cast Cloud of Daggers.
Ooh.
Cloud of Cards. So 5-foot cube on his spot and 4d4 slashing damage.
All right.
When it enters and at the beginning of its turn.
So you guys saw Quinten grab a card and like fling it, and as it reached the point of impact, it's like it split and began to like swirl around and multiply into a bunch of cards.
That would be 6 points of slashing damage.
6 points of
now.
damage. All right.
And then at the start of his turn, if he stays there, it's another roll.
Okay.
That's my action, and as my bonus action, I am just going to move farther away. If there's a back corner,
You could head towards where Zip and Gnort came in the window.
is this like a one-room kind of house, or is
There,
there another door?
there is a door on the other side. So you guys are in one area. To the right would be like a door that probably goes back to like the bedroom bathroom area. To the left is the kitchen where Gnort and Zip came in.
I will go to the door near the bedroom bathroom area and not go through it, but just I'm there now.
Okay.
And that will be my turn. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. It is Zip's turn, but they might be in the bathroom. Just 1 second.
for a
I'm
word from our
here.
sponsor.
I was gonna wait until after.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it is your turn. You are probably 15 feet from the bad guy.
Okay. 15 feet. So I'm thinking I should probably cast a spell if I'm gonna inflict damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so bear with me as my first
That is.
attempt.
We are.
So I have ice knife.
Mm-hmm.
It can go 60 feet. So how do I go? What do I need to be clicking on?
You know you have a cheaper spell you could use, right?
Where?
So you have Shillelagh, which turns your quarterstaff into a magical weapon.
Wait, I don't see that. Oh,
It's
wait.
a cantrip.
I see that now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do I click on?
So for that, because it's a cantrip, you don't have to press anything to cast it. It's a bonus action, so you'll use your bonus action to cast Shillelagh on your quarterstaff. And then as your action, you'll hit the +6 button to attack him.
+6 next to Shillelagh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. And it's 22.
That's gonna hit. So then you'll hit the 1d8 +4. That's the damage for that weapon.
Okay. 7.
So 7 damage. All right. That's your bonus action and your action. So unless you want to move away, which would give him an opportunity to hit you, that will be probably the end of your turn.
I'm comfortable where I stand.
Alrighty. I guess I should have specified, because you moved in, because you hit him with a physical thing, you would have had to move into melee. Yeah. So you are within hitting distance of him.
Meaning
Need to
he
get
can
strike
hit
back.
me.
Right.
I back away from him, or
If
that
you-
allows him to flank me?
That allows him to opportunity attack you. You're safer where you are.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna stay where I am, and I will be back.
Okay. So now it's his turn with his poor initiative of 6. I don't know how you all got 6.
Big 6-6.
Yeah, apparently. So
This is actually the big bad.
We're all dead.
he is going to he is gonna attack. God, I hate to attack Ziff. She just left, but she's the only one who did damage to him. No, Quinten did damage, but Quinten's not within distance.
And I pushed him.
Yeah, but if he comes after you,
You've just been bullying him, Quinten. That
is a really good point. For brain's sake, we're gonna move all of you here. So Brontes is here. Quinten is like here. North somewhere over there. And our bad guy's here. Something like that. So he'll move here, which allows everyone to get flanking. Almost. Brontes doesn't. Just so he can attack Quinten.
It's the start of his turn, so he took another.
Oh, yes. Yes.
4d4 from starting in the cloud of daggers.
Let me know how much.
That would be 12 points of slashing damage.
Oh boy. That's the big damage. As a bonus action, he is going to do Second Wind. So a D10 plus his level. So he's going to gain 10 health points. And then he is going to swing his longsword at you. And that, oh, it's not good. It's an 11 to hit.
No.
Okay, well, that works for you. That's his turn. Gnort, you're up.
Gnort's gonna pull out a hand axe and lob it at him.
Okay. Roll for that attack.
An 11.
Nope.
Gnort's then going to move forward and complete the box here.
Smart. Anything else you would like to do?
Nope, that will end my turn.
Brontes, you're up.
I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
Because I'll be damned if he's going to be stronger at roaring than I am. And then I'm going to, swing at his ass again.
All right. Give it to me. You now have flanking.
Oh, advantage, you say? It's a 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
$13 slashing damage.
Okay. He's looking pretty hurt now.
Good. That's gonna be my turn.
Alrighty. Quinten.
He's like right on top of me.
Yep.
Okay. I am going to
Rage.
pull out. I am going to pull out another card. And almost drop it on the ground accidentally.
Mm-hmm.
And when it hits the ground, it bursts in light, and a pretty hefty sized cat is gonna appear as I cast Summon Beast.
Cool. Amazing. I love it.
And the cat is going to attack it.
Give me your best.
So it will make one melee attack. And it has advantage on it.
Yep.
If not from the flanking, then from the pack tactics. So that was pretty bad.
No!
I rolled a 4 and a 2.
What is the chance it's got like a 20 to add to it?
Well, it's plus my spell attack, which is 9 to hit. Can I use my lucky on that? I don't think I can.
Lucky, isn't that just for your net ones? Is that not
No,
You have
that's
3.
half my luck.
Oh.
It says when you make an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. So it really depends on whether or not you consider that me rolling or the cat rolling.
I don't. I feel like it's not yours.
Okay. In that case, the cat will still like interpose itself between me and the guy.
And the
I will
boy.
I'll take a step back.
Okay.
And I'm now concentrating on the cat. I'm no longer concentrating on the cloud daggers.
Oh, so the cards are gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Alrighty. It is Ziff's turn.
Can I make any kind of check to determine the health of him?
I'll tell you, he looks really messed up compared to how you saw him when he started.
I don't know if I can because we're in combat. Can I whisper over to Gnort? Are we close enough?
No. Whisper during combat's going to be really difficult. I guess I would allow it if you used your action to do it, but then you can't attack. You can also just speak out loud.
So I'm thinking, like, we probably don't want this guy, like, dead, right? Because we're thinking about turning him in because, you know, he needs to pay for his crimes, right?
I don't know that you all are thinking about turning him in.
I know that Braun was talking about. Okay, you know what? Let me just attack this fool.
Okay.
Okay, forget it. Can I use... cantrip wise.
Can you what?
Can I use a cantrip or
yeah?
Can I use a weapon at this point? Am I close?
Well, you are close, and you still can use your weapon that you've used Shillelagh on.
Okay, I want to do that.
Okay, so you'll just hit that +6 again.
Roll a 24.
Oh, yes. That's gonna hit.
Okay, the one rolling. Oh, 11.
Cool. So as you debated whether you should kill him or not, you were like, this won't possibly kill him. He'll be fine. And as you grabbed your staff and you swung it back around with that shillelagh magic, you clunked him in the head, and he collapsed, and you watched the life leave his eyes immediately.
I feel immense pleasure.
The purples and blues in Ziff's plasmoid form begin to sparkle a little bit.
There's no attempting to stabilize him?
Nope. No, who boy.
Straight to Davy Jones's locker.
Yeah. So, what would you guys like to do now? You are all standing in a murder scene in daytime.
I'm going to sniff the... Go ahead.
Can I loot the body?
Yeah.
I'm specifically looking for signs of... It sounds like he killed Melinda, or thinks that Melinda is dead.
So you're going to find nothing on his body to confirm or deny that. But I can give you items that were on his body. Money.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna find like it's got like 100 gold pieces on him.
Okay.
Not really pocket change, you know?
It's not.
You could search the house if y'all wanted.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask my cat to smell for any signs of people other than the guy or us.
Mm-hmm. Gnort, how do you feel about the cat?
Not good.
Got him!
Nort is also reluctantly going to kind of go smell the body to see if he can identify, like, see if it's any scent that he recognized from the castle or anything like that.
Other than, some of the smells seem to intermingle. But then you start to realize that, like, how did you miss this? The smell of old blood coming from the hallway that Quinten is standing at.
Nort's going to kind of make a small, like, yipping sound to try and get Quentin's attention. Then
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
blood, old blood,
Where?
kind of indicates which with his face kind of direction to something. He kind of just starts slowly walking up that direction.
So you make your way down the hall, and you pass what appears to be a bedroom on the right. But that's not where the smell is coming from. So you continue around, and there's a doorway on the left that's shut. But it's not locked, so you just open it, push it forward. There's nothing immediately wrong at the height that you were crouched at, sniffing. So you walk further into the bathroom, and the stench is overwhelming, to say the least. But you don't see anything, so you raise up to your full standing height to see the body of a maid from the castle in the bathtub. Absolutely torn to pieces. None of the cuts on her body appear to be like he was trying to end it quickly.
It looked like he was torturing her,
Mm-hmm.
or someone was torturing her.
Can I see this?
Yes, because you followed him, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
But all the injuries look like it came from just a weapon, a normal, like the rapier.
They look smaller, like they were done with a knife, but they look jagged, like it wasn't somebody's regular use knife. Like it was intentionally built almost to do the most harm it could. As you roll me investigation. Either you guys can do it individually, or one of you can do it with advantage.
I will assist investigation. How about that?
Okay. I have a +5, so
Much better than my -1 investigation.
a 12.
Okay. Not all of her is in the bathtub.
What's missing?
Some internal organs. Maybe like a piece of her arm. Maybe like an eyeball. Just a couple things.
Does it look like this torture happened here, or that it happened somewhere else and she was moved here?
We'll say with the roll that you got, you're not sure. You could argue the fact that there's no blood elsewhere, so potentially she was killed here, but also if they were good at what they did, they could have killed her somewhere else, wrapped her body, and moved her in something to keep the blood. So, as of right now, you're not sure.
Okay.
But all of what's left and the blood involved is all contained just inside the bathtub.
But not the missing parts. That's
Right.
nowhere in the bathroom.
Nope. And based on Gnort's smelling and confirmed by your cat smelling, they don't appear to be in the house.
Can I get a good look at the assailant's face and like commit it to memory?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Zach,
this is-
things that you missed. He's dead.
Yeah, no, I was there.
They found who they believe to be Melinda dead in the bathtub, missing body parts.
Specifically, which body parts?
An eyeball, part of her arm, a couple of internal organs, maybe a hand.
Do we know which internal organs?
Probably her heart and like her kidney, one of them.
Okay.
CSI Barbarian. Breaks out his Dexter kit.
Right.
Did I already look at the rest of the house for any signs of the heirlooms or a third possible person?
You have not, but you can.
I would like to do that.
Yep. Make an investigation check. This time better.
Is anyone helping me?
I'm busy with my Dexter. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll help.
Okay, so you can make it at advantage.
Where am I in relation to everyone else in the house? And I'm sorry, I have hiccups.
That's fine. You're next to the dead guy.
21.
21. I thought at first you said 0.1, and I was like, what? So you search the house. You're not really finding anything. You found, what you did find was a journal that belonged to her, which does confirm it to be Melinda. And the last journal entry was the day that she broke the vase at the castle. That she was reprimanded by the king and had a 1-day suspension, and that she would be allowed to go back to work the next day. But now and at the bottom after that, but now I just have to break that news to my boyfriend, whose name is Grant.
Grant.
Yep.
Grant. Are there any other mentions of Grant in the journal that would be proof of temperament? Like, does he seem like he's been aggressive or mean? Or...
Grant seems there's only a couple of Grant entries. The one maybe a week before where they met for the first time. And he was so sweet. One a couple days later where he's so perfect and maybe they should live together. So he's moving in. One a few days after that where she says that Grant tried to see her at the castle but wasn't allowed in. That made her question he's got some weird friends. But it doesn't specify much else. And then just the last one, after the day that she broke the vase.
Did it seem like her injuries happened or started a month ago?
It feels...
Because a body that's been dead for a month would have more than just, it would be a lot decomposed at this point.
It looks like a couple of the injuries did happen a month ago. But it also seemed like maybe there was some injuries to the body that were not... They didn't damage beyond, like, the skin level. That would lead you to believe that she might have been held captive. Like, restraint damages around her wrists. Or the wrist that she still has. And you can, if you went back and observed the body again, you could see the age of the different injuries. That they didn't all happen together.
Okay.
You can even tell that some of the things that were removed were not removed post-mortem.
Okay.
You guys love session 1 got real dark.
And this is going to be the lightest session we have.
Yeah. It only
Got
spirals from here.
It's got some intense things coming up later. This is just foreplay.
Later on Crypts King.
Anything else you guys would like to do in the house?
I notice anything around in the living room or the kitchen area? Any kind of clues?
You would see... Oh, you know what you would notice? You wouldn't notice it in the house. But what you would notice on the body of Grant. If you... you guys already searched him. So maybe his clothes were a little disheveled. And then you would notice about here, on his upper pectorals, a tattoo of a blood drop. There's no words.
Everyone notices this?
You could notice it and point it out.
Okay. I recognize the tattoo.
You see it, you don't recognize it.
Okay. And I can head down to where everybody else is at and let them know I've noticed a tattoo of a blood drop on Grant's shoulder or upper chest.
We'll say that y'all all met back up in the living room, because you want to share that information. Quinten, do you want to share the journal entries?
Sure.
Okay.
I say what it is, but I don't give anyone else the
That's
journal.
fine. But now everybody knows that it was Melinda, and that's Grant. And now everybody knows about Grant's blood drop tattoo that Melinda definitely did not have. So they are not connected by whatever that symbol is.
Question.
Any
Did
of
anyone else recognize that blood drop tattoo?
None of you really, I would say, are super versed in the things that you would need to be to recognize that.
Question.
Yes.
Where's the tattoo located again?
Like, it's right here. And, like, it's just under his collarbone.
I would like to try to cut it off.
Okay.
I mean, if you just want a picture of it, I can just, and a minor illusion of image of it.
I would still like to cut it off.
Make a dex check. because you don't want to mess it up.
15.
You cut it off.
Does anybody have any salt?
I don't think so.
Can I look around the house for some salt?
Sure.
What do I need to do for that?
Nothing. You found the salt. It's on the
Perfect.
table.
I would like to put salt into a baggie, then put the piece of flesh into the salt.
Okay.
Alright, perfect.
Are we making a snack?
No! This is
Okay.
preserving the symbol.
I'm just checking.
Just in case, it could be useful later. The image, yes, is definitely going to be useful to figure out. But the actual flesh of the person and the tattoo cut off of them might be even more useful later.
Okay.
Is very weary of Dexter there.
Yeah. Understandable. Anything else you guys would like to do in the house?
Got any gold on him?
I already took it.
Yeah.
He did not offer to share either.
Anything between the mattresses?
Probably
Fair
a
enough.
pair of ladies' panties.
I say we burn the house.
I would disagree with that. I kind of want to head back to the castle and give the guards a minor illusion image of the guy. See if they recognize him as the boyfriend of Melinda.
Okay.
And then send them this way to deal with it.
Okay. Easy enough. Let's say you guys just ran by, met the front castle guards. They called the guard that gave you the map, since he's their, supervisor. He came out, you showed him the illusion. He did not recognize him, but he had heard tales of the guy that came to see Melinda. So he went and found those guards that did see it, and they 3 went to the house.
Okay. Before they get there, I tell them what we saw.
Okay.
So they are not surprised.
So they know, yeah. Okay. They have all their information then to survive the trip.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anywhere you guys would like to head into town to look for any other clues?
I would like to go to the tavern.
Okay.
What time is it right now?
At this point, it's probably about 4 p.m.
Go get some dinner, rent a room for the night. See if there's any after night happenings in the tavern.
So you check the map, and the closest tavern is in the Foolish District. It goes by the Sideways Squall. Oh, there's 2 there, sorry. The other one, also in the Foolish District, is the Studded Hall.
Matters not to me. What are we closest to?
Let me pull the map back up. So it's A and B from the castle. So I guess technically B.
I'll go to the Sideways Squall.
Okay.
Anyone else care to get a room and maybe have some entertainment for the night?
I mean, I will also go. Because Quinn needs to think. And he didn't hand over the
Journal.
journal.
Okay.
So he's kind of just, he'll go and he's just kind of combing through the journal to see if there's any more mention of the weird friends of Grant.
Okay.
He doesn't think there is, but something weird.
I'll let him spend the night kind of looking through it, and then in the morning I will let you know what he found.
Okay.
So you guys make it to the sideways scroll. It's it appears to be an old barracks building that's been repurposed. There is a small stage in the middle for performance, and there is definitely a bard up there singing a song about some adventurer. Behind the bar is a male dwarf, maybe in his like late 30s, early 40s. Inside you see, it's pretty empty right now. There's a male human at one table and a female halfling at a different table. You guys want to go get a table?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a table and a drink.
Okay. You can get an ale for 1 silver. A pretty good ale. There.
1 silver per ale.
Yeah.
I'll take 10.
Okay. Also, there you'll notice on like a little rigged up sign behind him. The chocolate pie is the special right now. 4 silver pieces, and you can have a piece of chocolate pie.
I'm good with the chocolate pie.
Okay. Well, you get 4 ales up front. They're gonna have to go get another cask, and they'll bring you the rest.
Keep them coming.
Anybody else?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say I want to speak with the dwarf behind the counter.
Okay.
See if I could ask him a couple of questions.
Sure. So you approach him, and he finishes wiping down the counter and looks up at you and goes, "Oh, how can I help you?"
Gnort's gonna be there next to Ziff as well, followed them up.
Okay.
I'm gonna just peek, behind me, just making sure that Gnort's there, detecting. And I'm gonna look over at the bartender, ooze over.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say to him, happen to have any kind of information about what went down in the castle a month ago?
Oh. We really don't see much of the castle folk. Huh. Maybe buy a couple rounds and I'll think about it.
I'm gonna look over to Gnort, see what he thinks.
Might be easier than intimidation. Gnort's gonna go ahead and just like stand up to his full height, 7'4", and put a gold piece on the counter.
A gold piece?
Yeah.
He's gonna reach towards it, and when his hand gets over it, you didn't stop him. He's gonna and pocket it and wipe the counter again. I think I do recall hearing a bit of trouble these boys got into. I heard they went for some treasure, something. We didn't get a lot of detail, but what I can say is it might be best to check outside the city. The kinds of people who would steal from the king don't have loyalty for him. Probably not in Almraven.
Thank you. That's quite helpful. Could you happen to possibly describe what those boys might have looked like, or did you see them, or only heard?
I only heard. I did hear They weren't quite human or dwarven or anything that we have in our town. Not that there's anything wrong with the other species, mind you. But they looked like different kind.
Understand. Suppose I could order a drink or two.
He puts a drink up for both of you. And when you walk away from the bar, he takes several more over to to Brontes.
I'm just downing him at this point.
Information.
Does Quinten want to get anything from the bar?
Water, and then he's going to get a room, and then he's going to go to the roof and just kind of spend his time on the roof looking through that journal.
Okay. We'll say that probably your room would be pretty cheap. We'll call it 3 silver pieces covers your room and your water.
Did anyone else already pay, or did they just start a tab?
They paid for drinks. Nobody else ordered a room.
I'll get a room for everyone.
Okay.
Because it's on Grant.
Because it's on Grant. All right. We'll say he'll cut you a deal. And we'll call it 5 silver pieces for 3 rooms. So that gives you 1, Brontes 1, and then the 2 that want to share.
5 silver total.
Yep.
I'll just give him 1 gold.
Perfect.
To make the math easy on me, and for good service.
He thanks you very kindly and sends you up on your way. And before you reach the stairs, he goes, "But you let me know if you need anything else."
Will do.
He'll take the rest of Brontes' drinks out to him. Drop him off. Say, "Don't forget, guys, that chocolate pie is mighty good." And then kind of pat the table and head back to the bar.
Delicious poison.
Fine, I'm buying a chocolate pie.
And he swings right back around, already with the pie slice in hand, and sets it on the table for you. That'd be 3 silver pieces.
I hand him a full gold.
I'll take it.
Are there any windows around in this building?
Yeah, there's like 2 windows at the front, like you would expect at a tavern. Let enough light in, let people see the fun that you're having in here so they can be jealous and come in and spend their money.
I'm taking
Would
this
like
slice
to-
of pie. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you take your pie, man. You take that pie.
Oh, I was just gonna 1 bite slam it.
Fair. It's delicious. Well worth the 3 silver.
Got it.
I don't know that it's worth the gold.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I just want to go like over to one of the windows
Okay.
and just want to peek outside. I want to see if anything's gonna happen outside.
At this point, it's starting to get late. The sky is darkened. There's lots of stars in the sky right now. It's pretty calm, and you find yourself just finding comfort in the in the stars that you can see.
Okay.
This whole time, Gnort had been trying to sit in a chair very awkwardly, and he finally just gave up and followed Ziff.
To the window?
Yeah.
gazing at stars.
They're very pretty.
That's it. That's my action.
Okay.
Did I see Gnort walk out?
Gnort's over by Zip at the window.
Oh, I'm gonna take a couple of beers over to Gnort and Ziff.
Okay.
Hey, Gnort, Ziff. It's your names, right?
Yes.
Well, I think you've both earned one of these.
Reluctantly kind of reaches out and looks over at Ziff and takes it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now remember, too many of those, you won't be able to get up the stairs.
I have trouble with stairs, anyways.
Then maybe you'll get up there better with more. Regardless, if you need something, I'll be over here. I'm gonna turn around and walk back to the bar, or
The table.
the table.
Ziff just kind of like absorbs the liquid into the ooze and just like sets down the empty bottle.
Okay. Is there
I
anything?
approach Brontes and speak with him.
Okay.
Okay, so I walk over, ooze over to Brontes' table.
Hello.
I sit here.
Of course, by all means.
Okay, so I ooze down into the chair. So, Ron, is it?
Say that one
Is there
more time.
anything?
She said
You
Braun.
can hear me good?
Oh, Braun. Yeah, I got you now.
Okay. Is there anything you could tell me about yourself? You seem quite interesting.
From there, worked as a gladiator for a while. Just got a letter and showed up. It's about my story. What about you?
You know, all I can remember was just growing up in the home with Gnort, closest to me. And yeah, I found a letter. I don't know how, but I came here.
Fair enough, same. Gnort seems to protect you. I like that. You guys have a great bond going.
Quite the
Nort's been
protector.
kind of watching from the table, just as he's sitting like on the floor by the table, just kind of watching.
Little bit of a talent his nose there. That might come in handy, down the road.
I think it could help us solve many a mystery.
True that. I'll cheers to that. Gnort, cheers to you, buddy.
Gnort like holds up his drink and kind of sniffs it, and then just kind of licks at the cup. Yeah.
I'm just gonna down the rest of my drink. Hey, have you had the chocolate pie yet? It's really good.
I have not. Thank you for the drink.
No problem. I think I'm gonna go ahead and retire upstairs, though. I seem to have drank too much too quickly. I'm just gonna stumble out of my chair and fall on the floor.
I'll just ooze back over in the direction of Gnort and back to the window, back to the stars.
I'm crawling up the stairs at this point.
I think you're gonna make me
Oh no.
a dexterity check at disadvantage to go up the stairs.
Beautiful. Let's do it. 5.
Oh yeah, you walk up 5 steps, you go back down 2 steps. You walk back up 5 steps, you come back down 3 steps. It takes a while. It's very embarrassing. You're definitely being laughed at by the halfling, but you do eventually get up the stairs and try every door down the hallway until you find your door.
Perfect. Great. Found the door. We're good. Going in and just crashing on the floor.
Perfect. Zip and Gnort.
Zing at stars.
He's still watching the stars.
Nort is kind of sideways watching the spectacle of getting up the stairs, and then goes over to Ziff. Safe here. Looks out, looks at the stars. Looks back at the people in the tavern. At the end.
Nor you'll start to notice that the longer you guys sit there, it feels like Ziff's color pattern starts to mimic what you're seeing in the sky.
Just kind of watches it, almost mesmerized as well.
It's definitely magical.
I'm not entirely sure what is happening to me, but I like it nonetheless.
Anything else?
So, is there other people still like sitting in the bar, or has everybody gone to bed?
You have the female halfling and a male human that are there.
Okay.
You're welcome to approach and speak to them if you would like.
They seem, to me, like, do I perceive them to seem like they might need company, or maybe they're not in the mood for company?
Make an insight check.
Okay. And I rolled a 9.
You're not sure. Either way, could be maybe.
Okay, I'll look over at Gnort and, just casually whisper to him, do you think maybe we should approach either one of them and ask any kind of questions?
Nort kind of tilts his head like dogs do when you ask them, when you talk to them. Don't know if information. They may. Couldn't hurt. Nort kind of stands up again, kind of looking like eyeing different people. And then I guess whoever's closest.
Probably the halfling.
So Nort's gonna kind of slowly try to nonchalantly go towards the halfling.
She is having a slice of the famous special chocolate pie. And slowly drinking her drink.
He walks up over there, and then he just like slowly crouches down to like eye level with her.
She's like trying to eat, and she's like watching you, like.
Hello.
Hi.
How is the delicious poison?
It's delicious.
That is good. Are you aware of any murderers around here?
Should I be? Are there murderers?
There are always murderers.
She starts downing the drink. What is going on?
Nort stands up and goes back to it. That one does not know anything.
There's murderers? Oh no. And she like forces the rest of the pie in her mouth and follows it up with the definitely already empty drink that she thinks might have maybe a sip left. And then she leaves.
Oh, how unfortunate. Didn't buy her another drink.
She was terrified.
My charisma's really low.
You notice the human on the other side of the bar had looked up and watched the interaction, and he just looks over the two of you, and he's just like, mm-mm. No.
It's best we find a table.
As you guys kind of roam through the bar for a moment, the bartender calls you over. Just want to let you know that your friend there upstairs, he got you a room.
That is good. And glances around. Did you get a room for us?
No, the blue fella.
I do not see blue very well.
It's real, like, his hair was real wispy.
Airman, yes.
Yeah. You're in room 8 upstairs, okay?
Gnort kind of like looks as if 8. I know where that is. I can count to 8.
Got him!
Okay, if we should head to the room.
Yeah, Gnort just follows if she heads up to the room.
Does anybody want to do anything else before we get a long rest? Yes.
How did I get on the roof?
At this point, I feel like you went through a window and then, like, used some air powers to get up there.
Okay. Because at this point, I am just going to jump off of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
How high is it?
It's a 2-floor building, so 20 feet or so. 16, 17, something like that.
I'll just float to the bottom with feather fall.
Perfect.
And I'm going to go back to Melinda's house.
Oh, okay.
To the front of it.
Mm-hmm. It's been marked off with like castle tape, something.
Yeah.
Rope.
Yellow rope.
Yeah.
And I'm going to re-summon that same beast.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to, just for an hour, see if it can track the smell of the guy. Because he was coming into the house when we got there.
Okay.
I want to see if he can, if my big links can see where he was coming from.
I'll say you follow the scent for a while, but it just kind of feels like he walked in circles. He walked through, the scent goes through every single district. So you pass many houses where people are sleeping, many buildings, many establishments that are closing their doors for the evening. You pass a notice board that you assume has like help notices on it. And then you find yourself back outside of her house. It feels like maybe he was dropping something off or meeting somebody in a less than suspicious way.
Okay. Okay. We'll go back to the inn tavern.
Okay.
And go to sleep.
Okay. Perfect. So all of you sleep pretty soundly. You're in a building. It's safe. It's warm. It's comfortable. how do I want to do this? Zip.
Yep.
You're asleep, cozy, covered up, warm, and you hear a voice just reaching into your brain. Ziff. Ziff. I know you're there. I can feel you. You'll find it soon enough. And you just feel like this warmth that, similar to the warmth you felt when you were looking at the stars, that it just kind of fills you. And where the dream had faded to darkness when you started to hear the words, everything, it just like explodes into this beautiful kind of galaxy colors. And it just feels like you're just floating in space. And you realize that the voice is gone, and your dream fades. The space fades back into whatever dream that you had been lost in before. And you're lost again.
Oh.
You don't...
What inexperience.
You don't feel any mistrust. You feel calm.
Okay. Calm. Do I recognize the voice at all, or...
It feels familiar, but you don't remember it. Like, you definitely feel like maybe you've heard it before, maybe. But you couldn't be sure.
Okay.
But you all get a long rest. You can mark that off on your sheet. Get your full, any HP you were missing back. And as much as I hate to call it here, I think we're gonna have to. I have got to eat before I get this charity tattoo.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Okie dokie.
Woo!
Did you guys
Thank you,
enjoy
Amy.
it?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Very enjoyable. Thank
Loved
you.
it.
I
was great.
understand now why you don't over prep. I had no intention of you going in the castle. I had no intention of you going to her house, or her to be important. But it just felt right.
Yeah.
Well, and the funny part is, if all three of us were to do it over again, who's to say we would even do the same thing?
Right.
Or all four of us, sorry. Then that's the funny part of it. No matter how much you prepare, somebody will always do something you weren't expecting.
Maybe this time we actually burn the house.
That's
It works out still. I gave you, it's just a secondary route to the same end. I just now have a more menacing way to get you there.
Oh yeah.
you're gonna find that happens a lot, where you've come up with the general ideas,
Mm-hmm.
but as you're playing, it's like, oh, this is so much better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, like, past me, what were you thinking? We didn't design it inside the castle map?
Like I said, in your mind, it's 100%. It's clear that this is where they're gonna go.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Well, I mean, like, I didn't have a path to get you from the castle courtyard to my next map. But I was like, if they go in the shops, that's fine. We can theater the mind. But I'm like, I gave you a theft in a castle and then didn't give you a castle map.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out next time.
That's all right. Next time we'll throw you a whole different loop.
Right.
Oh, most
Girl.
Well, thank you guys for being here and being part of this teaching myself to DM. It's definitely gonna be interesting. And I'm very happy with the way it started.
Good. Yeah, it was lots of fun. Very little unorchestrated chaos occurred.
Yeah, you know, that's fine. I mean, Brontes was gonna knock down a castle wall.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
As you do.
So,
It was
Cappy,
great.
I know you haven't done this very much. Just keep your notes that you took today until next time, and then you can use them to refresh.
How was I? Like, was I good, y'all?
You did
Oh, you
great.
did great.
Great.
Yay. Thank you.
We will
Thank you guys for
start.
teaching me.
Of course. We'll start the next session with a recap. Either me or one of you for some special things.
Nice.
Oh, Dontè, you had inspiration you could have used.
Right.
I forgot
Next time.
about that.
Yep, that's okay.
That's fine. I sent you a message, by the way. It's not important for right now.
Okay. It might be about the thing I was already thinking about. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We'll go with that then. Thank you guys again for joining me. Thank you, chat, for hanging out through the chaos that is me figuring out how to DM a game I've only played for like 2 years. You guys have a great day. Thank you for giving me this opportunity and for hanging out during the chaos.
For sure.
Indeed.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.